Good morning, everyone. It's Marcy, and I'm here in my little crafty corner with a flip through of the journal I made for the February Finish It Junk Journal Challenge with Dear Julie Julie. This month's challenge, basically we're trying to finish up any unfinished journals that we have, and there are some requirements for at least one of the journals. So this journal has the 15 requirements to complete this month, and I made this journal using Dear Julie Julie's Tea and Roses digital kit, and this is my journal. Okay, so let's get started. I'm not going to read down all the 15 elements, but I will try to list them off for you just in case you're curious. First thing was a fabulous cover. I've got a fabulous cover here. Another thing was a tassel, and I had already started the cover of my journal when I found out I was going to have the tassel, so I just clipped it right here to the front with a bulb pin, and it can be taken on or off at choice. And here I've got a wraparound tie. Flowers was another thing, so I've got this rosebud on the front of my journal. All right. So we go into the journal. When I first got this digital kit, I started out just making a bunch of little different ephemera items. I had mistakenly printed the entire kit on copy paper, and some of it I wanted on a thicker paper, a cardstock or something like that. So I just started going through making all sorts of ephemera, some collage ephemera, and so I had a lot of ephemera already made. So I wasn't able to use it all because of some of the required elements for this, but this is a digital page, and here I've got some digital back here. Front pocket with some lace and a ticket that I'd made and a little tag I'd made and a little label. And in the front pocket I've got a couple of journaling cards. Those. And go on. And got this little side tuck with some lace on the edge and journaling cards here. Fussy cut images was another thing that we needed to use, and you will see I'm not going to point out every fussy cut image. This one was done on a guest check. I'm not going to point out every fussy cut image, but you will see there are a lot in here. Writing paper. Over here I made some little faux stamps and have that here. Here's a little writing booklet and a tag. This was a paper that I had. It would be like for a religious program or something. But I thought the roses on that were beautiful, so I used that. Here we needed to have a frame, was one of the required elements. Also required was a Franken page. And so I made my Franken page. We had to make a 12 by 12 Franken page and use it all in the journal. So one of the things I made from the Franken paper was this frame. And here I have another guest check tag. And I already had this pre-made, and it just happened to fit perfectly within the frame. More paper here. Here I made a little cluster using some fabric and paper and a book page. Creates a little side tuck. Here I've got a journaling card in here just to show that there is space behind it. This one became my flip up, flip down. I did an entire video on this. It's sort of a faux envelope that gives you lots of journaling real estate. So I really like that. That could also qualify as one of my favorite things, just because I just did figure out how to make that. Another little side tuck with a journaling card. Tag. This paper had some like ledger holes on it, so I just tied a piece of ribbon through that. And on this side, one of the elements was a fancy charm, and since this was the Tea and Roses kit, I'd gotten a charm bracelet at an estate sale, and it happened to have this little tea service tray on it. So I thought that would be perfect for the fancy little charm, and in the journal it just kind of dangles off the side. Here I used a flower petal with a little faux stamp. Fabric flip was another required element. And here I use this as my favorite thing, which is an envelope on which I use some distress ink and some stamping with some napkin. And inside it, I've got another required element, which is a playing card or flinch card. I used flashcards for mine. That was from a piece of stationery that I had. And then the signature ties, fun signature ties. The same charm bracelet that had the tea service also had a little spoon. And I'm calling this a teapot. I'm not sure that it is. There is no handle on it, but it looks like a teapot to me, so that's what we're calling that. Here's the other side of that envelope with another flashcard. Another tag. Let's see, this tag and this tuck were both made using some of the Franken paper. I forgot about the Franken paper. This tag and this tuck were both made using the Franken paper. And I know some of the journaling cards. That was made, I believe, using the Franken paper. Here I was just trying to put decorative up here and got a little tuck spot under there. Another required element was the flip-flop. So flip that open and you've got extra journaling space. Here's another flower, rosebud. Used one of my larger faux stamps with a little journaling card in there. Here, this was one of the things I had made in advance and I really wanted to use it. And it is a sort of a waterfall journaling space. And I'd fussy cut that teacup and put it along the bottom so that you've got the teacup. I thought it was kind of neat. I had fun making that. And here we've got another little side tuck made from a little cluster. Here I've got a paper clip with my required fold-out page. And I put some matte medium over this so that this it was kind of glossy paper, so it dulled it down, but it also makes it easier to write on if someone wanted to write over that. And if not, you've certainly got kind of a hidey space there to write. Okay. And on this page, I just used a napkin and put some lace at the bottom, and there is a little tuck spot there. And here I have another pocket. This was a larger journaling card made from the Franken paper. Another little side tuck. And here in the back pocket, I've got a tag and this, which was my required, what was it called? First, something I'd never made before. And this was paper folding using DearJulieJulie's napkin techniques. So, and there are little pockets here you can put something in. And then fold it open and you've got lots of writing space. And I have it opening to the back just because I like the finished napkin folded look there. And just wanted to have a little lace bow on it just because I wanted it. So that tucks right in there. And trying to look. Fabulous cover, fabric clip, fold out page, Franken page, flip flop page, flip up, flip down, flowers, first, fun signature. And fluffy tassel. Okay, so I guess I did hit all 15 items. Okay, so that's the end of that journal. You can see, like I said, when I had just started making the cover for the journal when the February challenge came out, and I thought, well, this is one of the journals I've got actually in progress, so let's finish it up. And then I started looking at the list. It's like, okay, so my journal became pretty chunky, but this wrap closure helps contain it pretty well. Anyway, so now that's the end of that. And I'm on to my second finishing journal, which oddly enough, when I said I had made a bunch of ephemera for the tea and roses, I still have all this left, plus a little more elsewhere. So I'm actually going to make another rose journal, and it's going to have a good bit of the tea and roses in it. I think the next one, it'll be more about roses than tea, but there's still going to be a fair amount of the tea present. So we'll see how that comes out. It'll be a smaller journal, and I just want to use up some of this ephemera that I'd made. Some of it I really kind of like. So anyway, that's it for now, and I will talk to you soon. I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.